rise for the pledge allegiance to the United States, to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Now for the announcements.
Good morning, Broncos. Today is an A-Day. Use the QR code on the screen to register for the 2023 If I Can, You Can Boys of Color Empowerment Summit. See Ms. Billinger in room B105 for a take-home flyer or more information. Student Council and Aspire are partnering together to host a food drive until the 21st. Drop-off bins are located in the Academy hubs. Student Council, Beta Club, National Honor Society, Ambassadors, HOSA, and FBLA are partnering together to host a toy drive for the unprivileged children. Toy drop-offs can be found on the flyer. All toys must be new. There will be a Youth Services Center Advisory Council meeting on November 13th at 11 a.m. in room D102. Today for lunch we have popcorn chicken and Bosco sticks. Please stay tuned for Mr. Mead.
Good morning and welcome to Reading with Reno. I've got 4 books to share with you today. The first one is My Fine Fellow. So, what happens when My Fair Lady meets the alternative history of Bridgerton and the Great British Bake Off? Well, Jenica Cohen's My Fine Fellow, of course. Helena Higgins and Penelope Pickering are top students at the Royal Academy of Culinaria Artisticus. And when they meet Elijah Little, a young working-class boy selling his homemade pasties in Covent Garden, Helena sees the perfect final project. Turn this diamond in the rough into a true gentleman's shelf. For Elijah, money is only one obstacle. Despite society's relative progress, his Jewish heritage still bars him entry from many opportunities. He finds a welcome ally in Penelope, whose parents' mixed-race marriage has always raised eyebrows. See what becomes of this dynamic duo as they work together to surpass society's expectations and maybe find love along the way. From Charlottean London to present-day rural Kentucky, we now look at a love story that's a little bit darker. In Wake the Bones, Kentucky author Elizabeth Kilcoyne weaves the story of Laurel Early, a college dropout turned taxidermist who has a very problematic suitor, the devil himself. As the woods around her conspire to keep her trapped in the devil's snare, can Laurel slay the demons that haunt her and put her family legacy to rest? Jamal Lawson is trapped in a different type of nightmare. As a young black man in Baltimore and an aspiring journalist, all he wants to do is engage with peaceful protests against police brutality to document the movement and amplify voices. The Baltimore city officials have another idea. All of a sudden, Jamal finds himself trapped within the Dome, a clear barrier erected over the center of the city meant to keep protesters in line and the city safe. Working with 2 strangers he just met, can Jamal escape the Dome and save countless lives in the process? In As Long as the Lemon Trees Grow, Salama Kassab's reality is just as terrifying as Jamal's. However, hers is real. As a pharmacy student in Syria, she is thrust into the world of humanitarian emergency medicine as war rages around her and her city is ceaselessly bombed. Her constant companion is a figment of her PTSD, Quaff, whose name means fear. As Salama strives to save her city, her pregnant sister Layla, and even herself, she must confront increasingly hard truths, even as she makes the hardest choice of all, whether or not she should take the opportunity to leave her city, even as her friends and family suffer. Stop by the library for these and other engaging stories. Remember, our goal is to find a story that reflects everyone. Happy reading!
Have you ever needed something laser engraved? Well,
Stampede has got what you need.
Grandma ever give you a boring sweater for Christmas and you've wanted to embroider it?
Stampede has got what you need.
Forget to give your girlfriend a present and want to make a 3D printed keychain last minute?
Stampede has got what you need.
Need some vinyl print for a sports club that nobody cares about? Well,
Stampede has got what you need. Stampede Supply can do all of these things with significantly lower prices than other competitors. Look for the flyers around the school or scan the QR code below. And remember, folks, Stampede has got what you need.
Good morning, Bronco Nation. Today is November 9th, 2023. It's the 313th day of the year. 52 days remain in 2023, so let's make the best of it. Reminder, be safe, be respectful, be responsible. One thing about being respectful, guys, treat each other with respect. Keep your hands to yourself. Say kind things to each other. Don't be disrespectful. Keep things to yourself if you got something negative to say. Treat each other like you want to be treated. Today is National Fried Chicken Sandwich Day. Also, today is Carl Sagan Day in memory of famous scientist Carl Sagan. Also, today is Go to an Art Museum Day, and also today is World Freedom Day. Today in history, 1799, Napoleon began his rise to power in France after the French Revolution. Also, in 1922, Albert Einstein wins a Nobel Prize for his work in physics. 1996, in sports history, Evander Holyfield won the heavyweight boxing champion for the third time. Also in 1989, famous moment in history, the Berlin Wall was opened by the East German government, essentially ended the Cold War. I'd like to remind everybody, you only got about 5 weeks left in this semester, so take advantage of ESS if your grades are behind a little bit. Also, hall passes, make sure you have a hall pass, and also hall passes have a color. So don't be roaming around all over the building just because you have a hall pass. Go directly where you're supposed to go and then right back to class. Also, third block, there's too much traffic during third block. Reminder, you must be in class during third block or in the cafeteria. Just because it's third block and lunch is going on doesn't give you permission to roam around all over the building. So either be in class or be in the cafeteria. I'd like to remind everybody, football on the farm tonight as we continue into the playoffs. We play Madison Central here on the farm, so come out and support the Broncos tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. I'd like to leave you with a quote, very simple, from Carl Sagan. Extraordinary claims requires extraordinary evidence. Broncos, make it a great day.